What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today is the debut of Astrobot, the recent winner of Game of the Year. Congratulations to Astrobot. I have heard Astro's Playroom before, and that was over a year ago. It was like GPU something, GPU song, jungle something. And yeah, this is the first time I hear Astrobot, so I'm excited. These are both from the channel Quivvox. We're listening to Disco Tree and Bot of War, which I guess is a God of War song. That sounds interesting. These are both requested by Biosleeve. Thank you very much. Let's listen to what Game of the Year sounds like. But I've also been meaning to hear more because I do remember that one Astro's. I don't remember what it sounded like. I just remember that I enjoyed it a lot. It was really groovy. And yeah, let's get into it. This is Disco Tree. I don't know the composers. We'll look at all that later. This is Astrobot. Sounds outdoors already. Little hand perk. Speaking of groove. Ooh! They heard me. Put this on any dance floor, everyone's gonna move. Oh, Disco Tree. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Oh, it's got like a little Spanish flair to it, kind of. Especially with the sounds like a vocoder. What was the song I heard? Let me look that up. Damn, this is got some beefy rhythms. Oh, that's cool. Dun, dun. I heard a GPU Jungle Song in May 2023. Ta-da. I already know the song. Oh, the bass is like distorted perfectly. It's got that grit. Ooh. How about some sunglasses for the Game of the Year? Celebrating video games as a whole, even though I don't watch award shows. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. Damn, this sounds great, dude. That's such a full, rich sound, you know? I'm in a good mood already, so like, this is good mood music. Say that 5 times fast. Good mood music. Good mood music. This video is unavailable. That was a great mix, and everything sounded really, really good. Disco Tree. Well, the music wasn't entirely disco. And what kind of tree is this? Because there was definitely, man, there was a lot of vibes here going on. There was like this kind of outdoorsy, wild jungle sort of thing. There was like hints of Spain, and then there was just like kind of what do you call it? Oh, I can't even think of the genre they use. Like vocoders a lot. I'm drawing a blank, but That was interesting. Let's see. I don't really have a guess right now. I was just kind of enjoying the song. I kind of got lost in it, but let me see what this info says. Oh, there's a whole crap load of stuff here. Oh, it's just one of these where it's like filled with tags. Okay, so I have no idea what this is. That's where you guys come in. And I don't want to make this whole video about like the Game Awards. I just wanted to like celebrate video games as a whole. That's what I do on this channel anyways. Video game music, I should say. That is the main focus regardless of where it comes from. So it's not really like, you know, to start debates or anything. My comment section is really good and most of you are very mature and don't spiral anyways. But, you know, it's more about, like for me, for example, I don't even really watch the awards. I kind of just like see the highlights later the next day or something like that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, you know, even before all this, I've always heard of Astrobot because of Astro's Playroom. But it's kind of crazy to see how far it's come. Because when I did Astro's Playroom, I remember saying something along the lines of, I've seen this character before, but I don't know what it was. And then I remember the comments were like, this is actually a game that came on your... it was either PS3 or PS4, but it came like, maybe even the PS5. So I don't know which one, but it came with the console. So the idea of a first party like title that comes with your console, which got a, I don't know if it's a sequel, but you know, another game, a standalone game, to then become the game, that's a pretty crazy story. I don't think that's ever happened, you know? I can't even think of an example of a game that comes bundled and then becomes its own thing to begin with. So, I know, but it kind of makes sense, right? If you look at it, characters that I don't really know, but from what I've seen and heard of the love of Astrobot, it's like characters that look like this have that staying power, you know, that look like a mascot. I don't know what PlayStation's current mascot is. I don't really keep up with it. To give you an idea how behind I am, the last like distinct mascot I remember is Crash Bandicoot, when they used to do the commercials with him with the megaphone. Do you remember those? Yeah, I don't know who's been, you know, I don't know who's the PlayStation mascot anymore. I would have to assume now it's Astrobot, but honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's not Kratos. It's not. Do they even have mascots anymore? I don't know. Like, I feel like that's not even a thing anymore. Is it? Because, like, for example, like from my era, right? Sonic was Sega, Mario was Nintendo. Now I feel like I don't know. Like Sega now is like Kiryu maybe, and I don't even know if Sonic counts anymore for Sega. I have no idea. Whatever. But if you are out there and you know what consoles have what as a distinct mascot, let me know, because I'm curious about that. Anyway, that song was amazing. I don't know who the composer is, but damn, dude, something about the soundtrack of this Astro series is really lush and full of like rhythm. You know, you put this song on any dance floor, people are gonna move. They don't care where it's from or anything. If I heard that at the club, which I don't go to clubs, but if I did, I would groove to that and I wouldn't even think about it. That was sick. This one is going to be very interesting. Now, from my very little knowledge of the Astro series that I have heard through the grapevine, is that it pays homage to PlayStation games. So the God of War thing here doesn't really surprise me, but I'm curious what they do with it. And I think that's really cool. You know, someone even told me, I forgot who, I think in the Discord I saw it somewhere that they even made a reference to Ape Escape. I haven't seen that yet or heard that, but I'm dying to know about that someday. So, I don't know, maybe I would probably really love this game because I grew up with the PlayStation. I grew up with the 1, I owned 2 was my favorite. I had a 3 for a little bit, I had a 4, and I reluctantly owned 5. So I have been with Sony for a while, and a PSP. I had a limited edition God of War PSP that was all red, and I sold it like an idiot. Times were hard back then. So speaking of the God of War, the Bot of War. I don't know if I've heard this song or what they're gonna do with it. Are they gonna like funkify it? Is every song funk? I'm excited for this. But this is Bot of War from Astrobot. Boy. You can hear the like warlike Greek thing. Well, actually, who knows? I don't know. Do they cover the Greek God of War or the Norse God of War? So it seems like this whole soundtrack is just very rhythmic. I don't recognize this theme though.
Boy.
Called it. I didn't think he was gonna do that. That was so stupid, but great at the same time. All right, I'll give it a buzz. My God, we just heard Christopher Judge. Just for that, it deserves Game of the Year. I don't recognize the song. I don't recognize a lot of music from God of War. It's one of those soundtracks where it's just kind of like ambient, you know? Now I can't wait to hear the rest of the soundtrack if it's filled with Easter eggs like this. I wish it. I mean, the chants sound like God of War, but I don't recognize anything else if there is anything. This is cool though. How many times have you heard an orchestral electric thing like this? This is a very unique sound. Maybe I should play this game. I'm not going to look up anything either, so tell me who the developers are and everything. I know nothing of this series. This is cool, like the combination of genres.
Boy.
I was wondering, are they gonna do it again? Are they gonna do it again? Boy. I think that was the like actual voice sample. I don't, you know. Wow. That's great. Couple things here. So first of all, I've played almost all the God of Wars, except there was one I can't remember its name. Ascension. That's what I'm thinking of. I forgot. There was one that was like around the time of 3. I could just be. There was just like 1 or 2 that I didn't play, but I played 1, 2, 3, and Chains of Olympus, the reboot, and then Ragnarok. So I've always been a fan, you know, because I've always been a fan of like Greek mythology and stuff, and violence, and hack and slashes and stuff. And plus, you know, David Jaffe, who's, you know, made the Twisted Metal series, you know. It was, and plus, what what was the other voice actor? TC? I don't say the wrong name. Something Carter. He was iconic. I remember 3 seeing it inside of a GameStop for the first time. Like, you know, when they had like the old demo screens or little kiosks. Kind of like this that I based my merch on. They had like little kiosks in the store. I remember I saw God of War 3 when it was coming out, and we saw Poseidon. I thought that was the coolest thing ever, like this little water horse as soon as you start the game. And then obviously Christopher Judge took over. Anyways, I love God of War. It's cool. And then they went into Norse mythology, and then they introduced Atreus with the boy thing. And yeah, it was a good time. And I bought a PS5 just so I can play Ragnarok. And I'm not gonna lie, I've only played 2 games on the PS5. 2, well, like 3, but mainly 2. I barely have touched it. But anyways, from what I've heard, I wonder if there's any other games that exist like this. The only thing I could think of that would be close would be something like Smash, like a celebration of Nintendo stuff. But it also goes beyond Nintendo. So let me know if this game also does any other consoles or anything like that. But I haven't seen footage of it, but I've seen a little bit of Playroom. And Playroom, I think, if I recall, is like I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's either a 3D platformer or an action adventure, or both. But the only things I've been told about this one is that there was an Ape Escape cameo, which is awesome for me because if you've never seen one of my videos, I talk about Ape Escape all the time, and I've always thought it should be like a, you know, reputable Sony mascot. And now apparently God of War. I don't know what Disco Tree is either. Maybe that's. I'm assuming this has its own original content too, or if it's just all stuff, you know. And the other game I was thinking too. I didn't mean Smash. Sorry. Well, I guess Smash kind of works too, but the other game that was making me think of Smash was the PlayStation All Stars. If you guys remember that game, which was like the flopped, unfortunately, Sony version of Smash. It was like a 2D platformer fighting, or just like it looks just like Smash, but it was PlayStation characters. It had like Big Daddy, Sweet Tooth, and was Kratos in that? I think he was. Heihachi was in. I think it was Kratos in that. Yeah, so he was. He was because there was a God of War 3 stage. Yeah, it's all coming back to me. Anyways, so Game of the Year, right? Not gonna dwell on that, but I mean, hey, at least the soundtrack is really powerful. Like everything sounds really crisp. Mind you, I'm hearing through YouTube compression, which sometimes is not the best. So, I mean, this makes me pretty damn curious, depending on how long the game is. If this is like a 20 hour or less game, let me know. I might like knock it out someday. Because 20 hours you can do in like a week or 2. And maybe I can like relive some moments, but I don't know how they handle it, you know? I wonder if you go through, I don't know. I kind of, the less I know, the better, but let me know your experience with Astrobot as a whole. And again, just congratulations to a Game of the Year. Big, prestigious award. Thank you, BioSleeve. I still have some more Astro requests somewhere. I think they're mostly playrooms. I don't know if I have any more Astrobot requests, but yeah. Thank you to all my patrons you see here. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Peace.